Hello and welcome. I'm Helen Cummins from abcMallorca, and I'm here today with Cathal Rochford from Blevins Franks, based in Santa Ponsa on the beautiful island of Mallorca. Cathal, thank you for having us here today. How long are you living in Mallorca?
I've been living in Mallorca now for a year and a half. So prior to living in Mallorca, I lived in mainland Spain in the Valencia area. So my wife and I actually moved to Spain around 5 years ago. We got married in the south of Spain, and my wife has family around Spain, hence the move here. She's actually half Spanish herself.
And you're Irish?
I'm Irish, yeah, like yourself.
Like
Since I moved to Spain, I've been with Blevins Franks. I've advised our clients across much of mainland Spain in the east and northern areas. And then from there, I moved across here to Mallorca and we settled here. And my area of responsibility is now Mallorca and the Balearic Islands, where we advise and look after our clients here.
And your background in financial services?
Yeah, so I studied at Trinity College in Dublin and I have a master's degree in business. And my background, so I started my career in investment management and financial advice for both UK and London-based firms. I'm also professionally qualified in these areas too. And so since I graduated, I've always advised on financial advice, investment management and these areas. And with Blevins Franks, this is what we do as well here, but it involves tax planning, investment advice, wealth planning. So a kind of holistic approach to advising our clients who are moving cross-border, generally moving from the UK to Spain. So there's a lot of planning involved to make sure that the move is financially viable, efficient, and we generally just optimize their position and provide peace of mind that things are simple and very easy for them.
Blevins Franks are not only based in Mallorca, right?
Yeah, so Blevins Franks have been advising UK nationals for almost 5 decades. We actually started as an accountancy practice in the UK, and as we saw many of our clients move to Southern Europe, we focused on this area of international tax and wealth management. So we have 23 offices across 7 countries in Europe, and we're headquartered in St. James's Square. And here in Mallorca, we have our office in Santa Ponsa. We've been on the islands for over 20 years, where we look after our clients here.
Great, so you represent Blevins Franks here on the island with your clients.
Yeah, so we have a locally dedicated team here to look after our clients across the islands. And my job is to advise our clients and speak to new people who are thinking of making the move and just discuss it, see how it works from a financial and tax point of view, and make sure that it's as seamless as possible. And we generally just handhold our clients from the first call they may make from the UK to when they're actually living here.
So typically, what is the problem that clients who come to Blevins Franks, what advice are they looking for? What do they need?
Generally, our clients will have sold their business or they're selling down property and they're coming towards retirement, and they want to make sure that their new lifestyle of choice in Mallorca makes good tax sense. And often moving to Spain, people think it's very tax inefficient moving here, but a lot of it depends on how the advice you get before and how your assets are held. So it can be a tax efficient place to live. And so we look at various issues like inheritance tax, Spanish succession tax, wealth tax, and capital gains and income tax on their wealth, and also estate planning. And so we optimize their tax position and minimize their tax liabilities and ultimately provide simplicity and peace of mind.
So you hold their hand basically while they're making this relocation from the UK to the Balearics.
Indeed, yeah, we hold their hand because the Spanish tax system is complicated and it is important to have expert advice when coming here. So we hold their hand from the first call they make to moving across here and ultimately having all of their affairs tax compliant and efficient so they can focus on enjoying their retirement or their lifestyle of playing golf or cycling or hiking. So we take care of the financial side.
I have friends who have properties, second homes here. They've been coming here for spending maybe 6 months, 8 months of the year here, enjoying the wonderful lifestyle that Mallorca offers. How is Brexit going to affect those?
Well, it depends if they're actually living here. So if they're a tax resident here already, there won't be much change. They'll have become a tax resident in Spain before Brexit or under EU rules. However, if they remain resident in another country like the UK, there may be changes from next year. If there's a no deal, right now we're in the transition period of Brexit where there is a window of opportunity to become legally resident before the end of the year. If, for example, somebody arrives or decides to start the process next year and there's a no deal, which is the backstop or the default, they may be restricted to 90 days every 180 or Schengen rules. So that might make it challenging for people who have a holiday home or come across here regularly and quite unplanned. So that they'll need to weigh up their options of either formalising their position here now and become a tax resident, or remain within the 90-day period from next year and see if...
So this is really significant. It's going to have a big impact for many, many people living on Mallorca, no, or at least having a second home here, who would be used to just coming whenever they felt like it, basically, and using their home.
Yeah, a lot of people will spend up to 6 months of the year. They may spend 5.5 months in Spain or Mallorca. They may ski in France during the winters, and so a lot of that will change. You may be restricted to 90 days. At the moment, it's a crucial time during the negotiations. And so things can change very quickly. There's a lot of pressure on both sides to come out with a deal that would involve free movement of people from the UK into Europe. Other than that, UK nationals will be a third country or a non-EU country in the same situation as Americans or Canadians, and they would also have to look for a visa if they wanted to spend more than 90 days in the Schengen area.
So what would you advise people who have second home on the island and are very concerned about Brexit and the impact it's going to have on their lives?
Yeah, I would encourage people to get in touch with us, have a chat about what their long-term plans or even medium-term plans may be. Is Mallorca, when they retire, part of their lifestyle choice? Do they want to live here in the next year or 2 years? Because now could be a very good opportunity to formalise things. If they're thinking 5 years down the road, we'll likely be operating in a new system in a post-Brexit world. And with that, there will be more challenges to it. If there's a deal, hopefully the free movement of people from the UK will continue. But if not, there may be options for visas and other permissions. But certainly UK nationals coming across here will continue to move to Mallorca, as they've done for decades and before the EU was even here. But it will just be a different landscape.
So it really is significant. Why do you think people choose Mallorca in particular to come and live here?
I think you can answer that question better than I could, Helen. I think they move here for the obvious reasons. You have a great climate, a very relaxed Mediterranean way of life, and in Mallorca you have something for everybody, whether you like to hike or cycle in the mountains, or you like to golf, or the many blue flag beaches. It's a beautiful place, and you have a lot of old, rural, quaint villages, and then a big, vibrant city like Palma. So I certainly love living here, and I can see why it's one of the most popular.
For British people, it's been really...
and Germans and many other countries.
Yeah.
It's very, very popular. Yeah. And when I speak to people, their first country or area of choice or island would be Mallorca.
Great. So it's a matter of picking up the phone, giving you a call, organize an appointment, and you can help people through the process of moving here. No?
Yeah, I would encourage anybody who's thinking of moving, be it this year or next year, to get in touch. It sounds cliche, but you don't know what you don't know in terms of tax and financial planning when moving cross-border. And I would, it's very important to be fully informed on something as important as your hard-earned wealth to avoid any financial pitfalls. And if you want to make the move here, we can make it very seamless and very efficient for you.